What's up, Star Wars fans? Chase here from Beyond the Real Star Wars podcast. Here doing another unboxing video as we spend our days here in quarantine, pants optional, trying to find ways to keep ourselves entertained. I've been buying a lot of Star Wars stuff that I haven't, maybe had the time or the opportunity to buy before, but they've gone on sale, so I've snagged them. Which is the case for what we are reviewing today. And that is the Return of the Jedi Jabba's Palace playset. Focus in on that there. So I brought out my Rancor and my Jabba the Hutt here to keep me company as we open this thing on up and see what's inside and get to playing with it.
Chewie, punch it! Punch it!
Punch it!
Punch it!
Punch it!
So first thing we'll look at is the box. It's a pretty cool box. It's one of those, reminiscent of the old way of doing the logos and the marketing, and just kind of the aesthetic there is very similar to the old carded figures and the old play sets back in the day when they first came out with the original toys. So that is kind of cool. I like that. They have the Kenner logo instead of the Hasbro, although they do have the Hasbro there on the corner as well, but it says Kenner. So let's open her up and see what she looks like. And I forgot my humongous knife that I usually use for these unboxings. So. Oh, wow. This looks great. I'm going to need something sharp to get the rest of this stuff out. So the first thing I notice right away is, of course, the back wall of the playset, which looks a little something like that. And this is kind of the main reason I wanted to buy this thing, because I already have a Return of the Jedi setup. That's where this Rancor and the giant Jabba come from. And I kind of wanted something to use as the backdrop. And I'm really loving the Tauntaun head and the Nerf head mounts up on the wall. I just think that's the coolest thing. When I went to Galaxy's Edge in Anaheim, they had those on the wall, just a bunch of different creatures from Star Wars mounted up kind of as trophies. And I thought that was a really cool decoration to have in there. Also remember seeing that for the first time in, what was it? I think it was Force Unleashed, the video game. They had a character in there that was a big hunter, and he had all of the famous creatures from Star Wars hanging up in his kind of gallery area. So I remember seeing that and thinking that was just kind of a cool concept for design. So this is kind of a bare bones set. It pretty much just consists of the background and then the two side walls, which the side walls, I've got that figured out wrong. The side walls here has some really cool detailing. First of all, just a good mold of plastic for the stone, and then they've got some cool piping in the background there of some cool Star Wars greebling and mesh wire and things like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and open everything up, take it all out, same side there, and then we'll go ahead and assemble it, which I don't know how to do yet, but it seems pretty easy to do so. Looks like everything just snaps into place. And it comes with two figures. Comes with Ree Yees, which is that three-eyed guy in you mostly see him on Jabba's sail barge, but I guess he might be able to be seen in Jabba's palace as well. He most likely was hanging out there if he ended up on Jabba's sail barge for the party of executing the Jedi and Han Solo. So just a regular carded 3 3/4 inch figure, which I know a lot of people don't open, but I'm going to open it because I want to play with it in the set. And this is an unboxing video, not a look at the packaging video. So I'll open that. And then we also have a Han Solo and the Han Solo and Carbonite in the back there. So looks like you can put him in just like you could on some of the older Han Solo figures. So let's open these all up and get them all set up. Even though I open up my action figures, I try to keep the card as nice as possible. Didn't really turn out on that one. It kind of ripped through a little bit. But I do keep the cards, which I don't know why. I mean, they essentially garbage at that point and hold too much value to them, but I don't know. I just can't bear to get rid of them because of the beautiful artwork. Looks like Reese comes a couple of blasters, like most action figures do. Pop open the Han Solo and Han Solo and Carbonite. That one ripped open a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So, I was expecting this to be kind of like the Power of the Force Han Solo and Han Carbonite, where Han can actually fit in within the Carbonite. So if you're playing, you know, you've got a place to put him because it's like, oh, he's no longer in the game because he's frozen in Carbonite. Not the case on this one. This one is actually a flat back with no ability to put anything in there, which is kind of interesting there. So the scale is just about right for the Han and Carbonite. Let's see that there. Well, let's go ahead and set everything up and see how it all looks together. I'll put the guns on these guys' massive hands. Big old fat meaty hands on this guy here. So these go in different than how I expected. It's the outside that has the greebling and all the piping, not the inside. The inside remains stone. Which I guess makes sense. It's kind of like a cross-section cut out into Jabba's palace to see those pipes and stuff. We're seeing the other side of the wall, while the interior is meant for the display. So it has that perfectly displayed as a diorama. Now it looks like the Han is set up in there as a magnet. It doesn't click into place or anything. Well, that's pretty cool. So it looks like you take this little lever in the back here, pull that down, and nothing really happens. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I'd assume it's so that the Han can fall over just like it does in the movie when he's released from the wall. I guess that's it. That's the playability. If you want to pop it up, you can pop it down. So there we go. Not a whole lot of playability features to this, but that's okay. I mean, that's not really why I got it. If you're a kid, that might be the reason you buy this toy, but for me, it was really just to have a cool little diorama background for my collection. So we have a nice setup there. There's that. And with the action figures, Han. There's a couple different points of articulation. Don't really need them. It does come with some binders and foot binders as well, so you can shackle his feet, shackle his arms. Got his arms shackled there. So I think the set was originally about $55 on Amazon, or I think maybe 50 at Walmart, 55 at Walmart, and 60 on Amazon. I don't quite remember. I picked it up on sale for 30 is what I paid for it, which, to be honest, I don't think I'd ever pay more than 30. This is a really cool diorama, and I really love those heads of the Nerf and the Tauntaun. But yeah, I mean, it comes with 2 figures, I guess, which is nice, but they're figures that I already had personally. But I don't think I would have spent that whole 55, or if I did spend the whole 55 on this, I would have been a little bit disappointed. I do need to get a different Jabba. The Jabba that I have is the 6-inch scale, and obviously quite large for this set. So, I mean, he fits in there, but he takes up the entire room. So, not very realistic for a diorama there. So, maybe I'll have to pick up a 3/4 inch scale Jabba. But yeah, I mean, it's good quality, hard plastic. You know, there's not too much to complain about, rather than the kind of lack of playability there is here. It would be cool if once this fell down or came down, the the carbonite slab would kind of slide somewhere, but that's not really the case. The choice of figures, a little odd for me. Yes, Han makes sense. Reese or Rez, is it Rez or Reese? That was Ree. Yes, I'm mixing those up. I mean, he was there, but I think it would have made more sense to have like Jabba and Han, or Han and Bosch or Bausch or whatever however you want to pronounce that for Leia's character. So, yeah, I would say if we're doing a rating system out of 5, I'd give this probably a 4. Worth the $30? Absolutely. Am I glad I got it? Sure. Yeah, I think it'll look really nice in my collection. Would I spend $50 on it? Probably not, and I'd probably be a little disappointed if I did. If I'm going to spend $50, it better be something that, really stands out in my collection, which, I mean, this might, but not as much as like a Black Series helmet or like a nice Lego piece. If you buy a Lego piece for $50, that gives you a couple hours of build time, of time spent with it, enjoying it. Or this, open it up, get everything out. I'm a full-grown man, so I'm not going to play with it, really. I'm just going to set it up. But I guess if you're a kid, you could have countless hours of fun with this. So, yeah, I would recommend buying it on sale right now. If you can find them in your local Walmarts. I don't know if they're still at Target. I think this might have been a Walmart exclusive. But most places you're finding them about 50% off or more. I did see on Instagram someone had posted one at a discount store for $13. So if you're lucky enough to find one out there for that price, I'd say pick it up, because it definitely is worth the price of one action figure, because that's how much the 3 3/4 inch are costing these days, around $13. So if you can get this whole play set for that, good for you. Lucky you that you found that good deal. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. May the Force be with you. Stay home, stay safe. We can all get through this together, and hopefully life gets back to normal pretty soon. Take care.